This is a two-player puzzle where the orange bot is a human player and the pink bot is a Convai-powered AI teammate. The goal is simple. Both players need to reach the top. But one player can't solve this alone. The platform only moves when someone is holding the pressure plate down, so the human player needs to coordinate with the AI teammate to make it work. The AI can talk to the player, understand the tagged objects in the scene, receive live game state, and take actions like following, moving to pressure plates, and helping with the puzzle. We built this entirely in StackObot, a free project by Unreal Engine. You can download the project Delta files by following the link in the description. Now, let's jump into the demo.
So, how do you think we can go up there?
It looks like the platform up there is currently stopped. If I stand on this pressure plate over here, do you think that will activate the moving platform for you to reach the top?
Oh, that's actually worth a try.
All right, I'll step onto the pressure plate now. Let me know if the platform starts moving once I'm on it.
Yeah, it is moving. I'll be going up now.
Perfect! I'll stay put right here and keep this plate pressed down while you head on up.
So I see a crate up here. Perhaps I could drop it for you, so you can keep the pressure plate pressed?
That sounds like an excellent plan. If you can drop the crate down onto this pressure plate, that should keep the platform active so I can climb up and join you. All right, I'm moving the crate onto the pressure plate now. Once it's secure, I'll step onto the platform and meet you up there. Oh, it looks like the platform started moving up before I could step onto it. I'll have to wait here for it to come back down.
Can you please move to the pressure plate next to me?
All right, I'm back up. We did it. The pressure plates are active and we made it across.
Try this project out by following the link in the description. This is part 1 of a 2-part series. In this video, we'll bring the AI player into the scene, complete the character setup, enable actions, tag objects in the environment, and see how the character helps solve the 2-player puzzle. In part 2, we'll add custom pickup and drop actions for the crate interaction. A quick note, please ensure the Convai plugin has been added to the project. You can do that by following the tutorial linked below. And do consider checking out the Convai MCP tutorial, which we use to set up everything we see in this scene. Now, without any further ado, let's jump right in. We'll start by creating our AI character, which is already available in the Delta files. To begin, head over to World Settings. Under Game Mode, browse to Default Pawn Class. Right-click the player blueprint and select Duplicate. We'll rename it to something like BPBot AI. This will be our AI character in the scene. The AI currently has the same properties as the player, so we'll need to make a few modifications. We'll start by changing its color. Double-click its blueprint, select Mesh, and under Details, find the Material section. Browse to the material, right-click it, and select Create Material Instance. Double-click the new material instance to open it and change its color. Enable main color and secondary color, then tweak them to your liking. Once you're ready, hit Save and close the window. Now, open the blueprint again, navigate to the Materials section, and switch to the new instance you created. We should now have our new AI player ready. Next, we'll add the Convai Chatbot component, which is responsible for the character's intelligence. We'll need to add a character ID to the Convai Chatbot component. We've already created a character on the Convai dashboard called StackBot with a simple backstory. We will not be using character vision in this project. Instead, we'll manage everything through system data, which we'll cover in more detail as the video progresses. Another important setting is the model we use under the character's core AI settings. We'll need an intelligent model to process the puzzles, our plans, and other related tasks. We're currently using Gemini 3.5 Flash, which offers a good intelligence to latency ratio. You can sort the available models by intelligence and compare them. However, anything with a latency of over 1 second is too slow for our project. GPT 5.6 Sol is the best fit in terms of latency and intelligence, with the only drawback being that it is slightly more expensive. Gemini 3.5 Flash still offers good enough latency and intelligence for our project. Now, let's head back, copy the character ID, and paste it into the AI player blueprint under Details. Next, head over to the event graph and disconnect the Event Possessed node. This will remove unnecessary warnings for the AI character. Select the root of the blueprint and search for AI Controller. Here, make sure the AI Controller class is set to AI Controller and not the Player Controller. Next, we'll adjust the player blueprint similar to what we've done with the AI character. Go to World Settings, browse to Default Pawn Class, and double-click to open the player blueprint. Search for BP Player Component and add it. Through this component, the player will be able to talk to the character, send messages, and so on. To make the experience fully hands-free, simply uncheck the Push to Talk option. For this tutorial, we'll keep Push to Talk enabled, as it feels more convenient to use. Make sure you also update the player name. Now, let's quickly give it a try. Hey,
Hey there, good to see you. What's our plan for today?
can you follow me?
I'm afraid I can't follow you right now. My movement protocols aren't fully cooperating, but I'm ready to help out from here, so just let me know what we're working on.
The conversation is working well, but our character still can't execute actions. So, let's fix that. Enabling actions is pretty straightforward. Head to the AI Player Blueprint and select the BP Convai Chatbot component. Under Actions, expand Environment and enable the Enable Actions option. There are quite a few actions here that we don't need right now. For this tutorial, we'll disable the Gesture action, Pointing action, and Waiting action. You can always enable them later if needed. Now, let's test it again. Hey, can you follow me?
Lead the way. I'm right behind you.
Right, so the character can follow us now. Can you activate that pressure plate?
I don't see a pressure plate around here. Could you point me in the right direction? Or is there one nearby that I missed?
The actions are working, but we still need to tag the environment for the character. This part is actually quite simple. Select the pressure plate in the scene, click Edit Blueprint, and add a new component called Convai Object. The Convai Object component allows us to tag any object by giving it a name and description. Let's fill in the name so the AI knows what the object is. Feel free to add a description as well. We're skipping it here as the name should be enough. One of the nicest features of the Convai Object component is tracked properties. This helps the AI understand the current value of any function or property associated with an object. We want the AI to know whether the plate is pressed, so let's add a new variable and call it pressed. We'll also make a small change to the logic. We can see two main events here, begin overlap and end overlap. Begin overlap means that the character or player has stepped onto the pressure plate. Here, we can set the pressed variable we created to true. Similarly, under end overlap, we'll set the pressed variable to false. Finally, head back to the Convai Object component and navigate to Tracked Properties. Here, we'll track the pressed variable we created. We don't need to provide an alias because aliases are more useful when the original property name is difficult to understand or contains an acronym. Feel free to add a simple description. The Should Respond setting controls whether the AI responds whenever the tracked property changes. It is currently set to Never. For this tutorial, we can set it to Auto, allowing the AI to decide when it is appropriate to respond. We've set the delivery mode to Send Normally. The other option is Wait until conversation is idle. This prevents the AI from interrupting itself or talking over someone else. Feel free to choose whichever option works best for your experience. The Flush Immediately option ensures that the AI learns about the change in value almost immediately. In our case, this isn't necessary, so we'll leave it disabled. Let's try it again after making these changes. Hey, is the pressure plate pressed or not?
The pressure plate underneath you is currently pressed, but the other two up on the ledges are not.
The AI also identified the other two pressure plates at the top.
Looks like you stepped off the pressure plate. It's not pressed anymore.
Can you press it?
I'm on it. I'll head over and step on the pressure plate for you.
Now let's also tag the moving platform in our scene the same way we tagged the pressure plate. However, there is a tricky part you need to know about. The platform is broken down into components, that is, the platform mesh and the base, and the platform can move irrespective of the base. The important thing now is to define what is the actual component that is the platform. So head to Convai Object and you should see a property named Object Is. Our moving platform is not the whole actor, it is a specific component. You can define it by the name, so we'll simply copy the name of the component and paste it in. Another thing we need to do is define the movement point, otherwise the AI might just stop at the edge of the object thinking it has reached its destination. So simply add a movement point which moves relative to the object. Ensure that you have placed it right on top of the component. We also need the character to understand when the platform is moving, when it has stopped, and so on, because it is important for its logic and decision making. This can be done via tracked properties or even using movement awareness, which comes out of the box. By enabling movement awareness, you can also add movement state, which will automatically generate the property for movement. We want the AI to be notified when movement stops, so simply set this value to auto, since setting it to always might become too spammy. We'll set delivery to until conversation is idle, since we don't want the AI to interrupt itself. We'll also use Flush Immediately. Also, since the platform is a huge object that moves great distances, we can reduce the sensitivity of the movement. This is mainly because the physics object can move in different directions if the character bumps into it, and so on. Finally, let's give it another test. So I'm going to press the pressure plate to bring down the platform. I need you to go on it once it's down.
Sounds like a plan. I'll wait right here, and as soon as you step on the plate and the platform lowers, I'll hop on.
Let's see what it does.
The platform is down. I'm moving onto it now.
Okay, can you hold the pressure plate for me so I can go up?
Sure thing. I'll head over and hold the pressure plate down so you can ride the platform up.
Oh, I missed it.
Ah, that's a shame. No worries, I'm still holding the plate down, so you can try boarding the platform again whenever you're ready.
Okay, so I see two pressure plates here and a crate. Perhaps you can use that crate to keep the pressure plate held.
I don't see a crate around here right now, but if you can find one and bring it over, that sounds like a perfect plan.
So this is an opportunity to make this crate here interactable by the character, so it can get notified when the crate is down, place it on the pressure plate, and then join us. To make the crate interactable, we first need to add the Convai object component to it. We'll also need to add an action that allows the character to interact with the crate. Select the crate, click Edit Blueprint, search for Convai Object, and add it to the blueprint. Define the object's name and enable Movement Awareness, as we want the AI to know when the crate is moving. Set When Movement Stops to Auto, set the delivery mode to Wait until conversation is idle, and enable Flush Immediately. We'll also set the movement sensitivity to Very Low. The only remaining step is to add the Pick Up and Drop actions. To keep the tutorial manageable, we're splitting it into two parts. In the next part, we'll cover how to add these custom actions. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next part. For integration issues, drop your queries at forum.convai.com. To start building your own intelligent, fully interactive AI avatars, visit convai.com. Also, do check out our extensive documentation and wide range of tutorials. If you find these videos helpful, do consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks again for watching, and see y'all very soon.